Hello, hello. How's everybody? Tonight we are talking about creative financing strategies that you can use to build up a portfolio. My name is Elisa Robinson. I am the founder of Keys, Deeds, and Profits, y'all's favorite real estate diva out here in these real estate streets. Don't get it twisted. Y'all know y'all love me. Anyhow, let's try and figure out which creative strategy is going to work best for you. That's what we're going to try and figure out today. So while we're out here, we might as well share everything with the people, get the people in here thinking, laughing, talking, strategizing with us, having a good time. But we about to do this. So Keys, D's, and Profits, we on live. Join your sister, y'all favorite internet cousin. Y'all know who I am. So tonight we're going to be talking about, like I said, we're going to be talking about the okay, my do not disturb is on. Make it sure. We're going to be talking about which creative finance strategy is best for you, because I know which one. I know my favorite one is seller financing, but we're going to talk about some other ones tonight too. Because y'all love to say, "Oh, Delisa, we sick of hearing about wholesaling," and then next thing y'all know, y'all ask me about wholesaling, which I don't get, but okay, that's what y'all want to do. That's what y'all want to do. Make sure that's public. Facebook be tripping when I live stream now. It only goes to my friends unless I manually go in and say public. Then the rest of everybody can see it. So now, which creative finance strategy is best for you and yours? Pretty much. That's how it is. Which one is best for you? So we all know the different types. I just review. Mind you, there are a slew of creative finance strategies that are out there. Everybody has their favorite. Everybody will tell you different. You can hear wholesaling, and then you hear novation, and then you hear reverse wholesaling. It's all wholesaling, okay? So you hear so many different ways and things. So I can only tell you what I do. I can only tell you what I do, how I do it, why I do it, and where I do it. So let's get the party started. Everybody grab your pens and papers. You don't need calculators tonight because we're not doing any math. I'd like to say thank you to those who came and listened to the presentation last night on the Creative Wealth Academy. Creative Wealth Academy is going to be live February 6th. Yeah, it's the 6th, that Thursday. February 6th. It might be the 5th. I'm not sure. It's February 5th or 6th. And we're going to be live all year long. So if you get into the Creative Wealth Academy right now, you're going to get live trainings every week. Live trainings. You'll also get one-on-one trainings, quarterly one-on-ones with me. So if you get in now is the time to get in where you fit in. Excuse me. Some of the things that we're going to be going over in the live streams as I get people into, as more people register over the next couple of weeks, as more people register for the Creative Wealth Academy, the less live streaming I'm going to be doing. There's going to be a lot of posts, but it's a lot less live streaming because I'm going to have to give these people everything that they're expecting to get and then some, because we are just not out. We're not in this for a good time. We're in this for a long time. Real estate is a long time thing. Now, usually I hear me say, I'm not here for a long time, just here for a good time. That's this live stream. This is not going to be a live stream that you can, that you are going to be able to look into. So tonight, we're going to give you some insights. So give me a hey girl, hey, if you're in here with me. I like to know people are in here and I'm just not on here talking to myself, because y'all know how y'all do. Y'all know how y'all do. I like to be in here. And shout out to I have 3 people who've already signed up. Hi, Anna. How are you? I am in here for, like I said, real estate is definitely a long term commitment and a very, how shall I say, lucrative, but you do have to put in some work. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, divas and dudes, heifers and hustlers, grab a pen, grab a paper, grab whatever it is that you use to take notes with and on, because we are about to get what? Started. I want you guys to understand the different sides of creative finance strategies. Tonight, I'm going to give you 5, the 5 that I do anyway. Okay. Now, number one, and you all know it, wholesaling real estate. When you wholesale real estate, that is an exit strategy. You are considered an investor, not a wholesaler. Here's why. When you are wholesaling real estate, you are an investor who has chosen not to hold on to the property for whatever reason. You can't afford it right now. Right now, maybe you just in cash stacking mode and you haven't gotten to the acquisitions portion of your real estate journey. So you might start out because you don't have any money. You might start out wholesaling. So you start out with the wholesales and you say, okay, I'm gonna wholesale until I get to 50,000. I'm gonna take that 50,000 and I'm gonna invest it in a duplex or a quad or a triplex, just so I can have some income, so I can have some in cash flow coming in. Or you might say, you know what, I'm gonna wholesale till I hit 100,000, and then I'm gonna put 50 in the bank, and I'm gonna leverage it so I can get some cash to go out and purchase some properties. Or so I'm going to invest it in some properties, or maybe I'm gonna leverage it to get the cash so I can do something else with that property, something else with that. That's why. Let's get it dry. So that's why wholesaling is essential. People always say, "Oh, wholesalers just don't have any money. Wholesalers are just trying to get over." No, wholesalers are trying to stack that cash because they don't have any cash for whatever reason. They don't ever. We weren't born with money. A lot of us weren't born with money. And I mean, with the current real estate market, y'all better get on board. You really need to get on board because what's going to happen is a lot of foreclosures are starting to hit the market. I just got a list the other day. A lot of foreclosures are starting to hit the market. A lot of people, a lot of you are waiting to buy real estate. No, you buy real estate and wait. You don't wait to buy real estate. That's not how this works. So a lot of you will say, "Oh, I don't have any cash. I don't have any experience. I don't have any credit. I don't know what to do." So the first thing I suggest, and I tell everybody this, whether you want to wholesale or not, learn how. If you learn how to wholesale, you will save yourself thousands of dollars. Let me explain. Number one, if you're wholesaling real estate, if you learn how to wholesale real estate, you're going to first have to learn how to locate properties, negotiate properties, analyze deals to make sure that they are actual deals. Then you're going to have to build a buyer's list. So you're going to be the resource for your business. That is the foundation of every single different type of that's every single every that's the foundation for every single type of real estate investor is knowing how to wholesale real estate. You don't believe me? Ask anybody. They may not participate in the part of wholesaling real estate, but they damn sure know how to wholesale real estate. Let me tell you, they do. They know how to wholesale real estate. They don't know how to do nothing else. They know how to wholesale it. They may not wholesale, but they know how to wholesale. Okay? So that means at any given point in time, what what that means is at any given point in time, you're going to have to know some part of what wholesalers do in order to do your real estate deal. Believe it. So, being a wholesaler, you will learn how to stack cash. You will learn how to locate properties, analyze properties, build a buyer's list, build your network, build your team. You will also know what to look for when you're looking for lower when you're looking for lower value properties for flips, buy and holds. and commercial properties. You will know all of that by learning how to wholesale real estate. You will know how to locate land. You will know how to analyze land. You will know how to read the um, what is that called when they say what it's used for, zoned. You will know the zoning codes. You will learn all of that through wholesaling real estate. Okay, that's number one. Now, number two, I like a good seller finance deal. Seller financing, and if I had to say my favorite, it wasn't the one that I started out doing, but seller financing definitely is my favorite. Seller financing is my favorite because you, just like when you're wholesaling, you find the deals using the skills that I learned during wholesaling real estate. I've been able to find and negotiate seller finance deals. You can find those deals 80 going 20 if you're looking in the right places on social media, in any Facebook group, any networking group, any RIA group, wherever you're going to be, you're going to be able to find seller financing. Now, what is seller financing? Seller financing is when the bank, instead of going to the bank, you find the owner of the property will hold that mortgage for you. So let me explain. When I want a mortgage, I'm going to go to Bank of America. Let's just say we know how y'all feel about Bank of America. We're just going to say this is what we're doing, all right? So if I go to Bank of America and I decide that I want to get a mortgage, I apply for a mortgage to Bank of America. They're going to give me a pre-approval letter. I'm going to go out, find a house, and we're going to close. Once we close, I have to make my bank note, my mortgage payment to Bank of America. Correct? Correct. Now, let's just say I'm seller financing. If I'm seller financing, Miss Susie, who owns the house, who I'm buying it from, she becomes Bank of America. So she may ask for a down payment. She may not. She may ask me to pay her interest. She may not. She's not going to check my credit. So if I have questionable credit or challenge credit, seller financing is the way to go. Because I might have cash. I know plenty of people who have a lot of money and bad credit. I know plenty of people who have good credit and no money. So you just have to learn how to leverage what it is that you have. So if you have cash, but you don't have great credit, then you need to either A, you're going to get a hard money loan, which we'll talk about that probably tomorrow, or B, you're going to get seller financing or one of the other creative strategies that we're going to review this week. So you're either going to get A, seller financing, or B, a mortgage. It depends on how you do this. So if you, and sometimes you might have good credit and you don't, and you have money, but you don't want to spend your money. You don't want to leverage your credit because you might be leveraging your credit for a bigger project. This might be a smaller project. So you say, hey, let me say this. I'll give you XYZ down and hold my note. And I'll hold my note until I finish flipping it, or hold my note for the next 2 years, and I will pay you then. I'll pay you a balloon payment at the end, but you'll get a cash flow of XYZ every month. So it's all about how you do that. Okay? All right. I don't want y'all to say I ain't teaching y'all that. So the bank, Miss Susie, the owner, becomes the bank. So they take the place of Bank of America in this transaction I'm telling you about. And you can negotiate those terms. You can negotiate terms with the seller. And it's always a good time as long as everybody makes their payments the way they're supposed to. Okay? Okay. Then, number 2, tax deeds and tax liens. And this will probably be my last one because I've told you this before. I'll tell you this again. Okay. If you are in my Facebook group, Keys, Deeds, and Profits, if you are in Keys, Deeds, and Profits, go to the file section and get the state and download the state identifier form, the state identifier list. On that list, it has all 50 states and U.S. territories. It tells you if they are a tax deed or a tax lien state. And it also tells you if it is an attorney state or if it is a if it's an attorney state, or if it is a title company state. So you have that information for if you're wholesaling or if you're going to be doing tax deeds and tax liens. All that information is there. Okay? All you gotta do is go to the file section and download it. But you have to be remember keys, deeds, and profits. All right? All right. Now, another thing, I went over this a couple of weeks ago, and it'll probably be up on the it'll be up in my on my social media pages for another 24 hours probably, but you can go back and review the tax deeds, tax liens. Okay, you need to know the difference between tax deeds and tax liens. You also need to know the trick, and the trick is the gag is you need to try and get the properties before they go to the auction. Hello, that's the easiest way to do it. It's easier to doing that than going fighting with 5,000 people at the auction over a property you probably don't even want once you get it. I had one guy, buyer's remorse like a champ. He went to the tax auction here in Buffalo. He paid like $75,000 for a house in the hood. I'm not saying the hood. Now we all know we say, "Oh, that's the hood." No, this is the hood, honey. Even people who live in the hood don't want to go down there. And he paid $75,000 for this house, and the house was probably worth about 10. And when I called him to see if he wanted to sell it, he went to me 85. I said, "Dude, there is no way I'm paying you $85,000 for a house. I'm standing outside the house. You bid on it long distance from New York City. I'm looking at it. I'm standing right in front of it talking to you, and there's no way I'm going to pay you that amount of money for this house." So he got a little bit beside himself. It's okay. That's what they do. But what's not going to happen is me paying you $75,000 for the house. That wasn't going to happen. And it didn't. So that's another thing. So tax deeds, tax liens. The key with that is these are people who have defaulted on their taxes, on their property taxes, whether it's the county or the city, or sometimes even the state. But they've defaulted on their taxes, and what they want to do is then it goes to the auction. So you want to try and get that property before it goes to the auction. Now, how do we do that? Can't tell you on this live stream because it's a long process, and not long, but too detailed for the amount of time that I have on this one. But I did talk about it a little bit in the previous live stream, and we do go into detail in the Creative Wealth Academy. Now, for our keys, deeds, and profits, Black women investing in real estate, my email list, and soon again my text messaging list, because I have not been texting for a while, but I'm back to texting this week. If you are on the email list, if you are in the Facebook groups, please, today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And I don't know if you remember, President Obama, when he was in office, he declared that Martin Luther King Day would be a day of service. So every year, I try to do something. I either volunteer, and this year is so cold in Buffalo, I wasn't leaving my house. So I decided to enact service to give something to you guys. I sent out the link to my wholesaling course, contracts and closings, whole 7 parts of it. I sent it out to you guys for free. Did y'all hear me? I sent it out to everyone if you're on the email list, if you're on the text messaging list, or you're in one of the Facebook groups, one of the 2 Facebook groups, that got sent out for free. And I think it's on my personal page too. So I want y'all to go out and I need y'all to go out there and go ahead and see what y'all gonna see and do what y'all gonna do, because that's it. That's all. That's my act of service for today. And you have access to the free course until Thursday. After Thursday, it's going to be gone. So I need y'all to look at that too if y'all can. All right. All right. Now, so we did seller financing. We talked about wholesaling. We talked about some tax deeds and tax liens. Tax liens, the difference between tax lien and tax deeds is when tax deeds are sold at the auction, it's over. You're not getting your property back. When tax liens are sold at the auction, you're selling the debt, not the property. So the deed doesn't transfer until later. So you buy the debt. So, and I'm gonna give you an example because a lot of us have dealt with collection agencies. Some collection agencies will buy the debt, meaning they now own it. So you owe them, you no longer owe the original creditor. Now, whether or not that's illegal, I don't want to get into that. That's not my business. That's not my skill set. Y'all go see Kyra or whoever your favorite credit repair person is. Okay. But if I as a collection agency go and I buy the debt, buying the debt consists of me stating, it consists of me purchasing this debt. So if say you owe not Sears, Macy's, you owe Macy's $2,000. But if I buy that debt, I now own the debt. Now, what collection agencies are? Collection agencies are a service. They collect on behalf of. So that's the one thing that they do is they collect on behalf of the original creditor. However, when they sell, if Macy's were to sell their debt to the collection agency and the collection agency now owns it, then now they're collecting on their own behalf. Okay. That's what a tax lien is. It's a debt that's purchased. You're not buying the house because you can't claim the house until you file the proper paperwork after the redemption period has expired. And the redemption period is going to vary state to state, county to county, town to town, city to city, village to village. So you have to do it that way. Now, I will tell you this: in the two states that I'm familiar with, Tennessee and Georgia, you have to be these tax liens are due within a year. They have a 1-year redemption period. So the person can literally go and figure out their for 1 year. Okay? For 1 year. Mm-hmm. So I want you guys to understand that part. Now, the other thing I want you guys to understand is tax deeds, once they sell at the auction, you still cannot approach the property. We're not supposed to. And I know some people who buy houses at the auction, as soon as they buy the house at the auction, they go the next day. They go the same day and they go and start disturbing the tenants and the owners and saying, hey, I just bought your property from the auction. That's not how that's supposed to work. Okay? So what I want you guys to do is to understand tax deeds, they sell and the property does change hands once the property is purchased. However, it's not considered yours until you have deed in hand. And the way some counties, cities, towns are made up, it might take you anywhere from between 30 and 90 days. Mm-hmm. But if you know that the property is empty or vacant, meaning no one lives there, you can petition a court to be able to go and secure the building. And sometimes they'll tell you can go and secure the building, change the locks. As long as nobody's there, you can go and change the locks and do all this other stuff. All right. Mm-hmm. Now let's talk about. I'm going to finish. If I get into anything else, it's going to take me too long. So we're going to talk a little bit about the Creative Wealth Academy. Now, the Creative Wealth Academy is something that it's a 12-month course that I came up with to get people who need to either get into real estate, grow their real estate, or diversify the real estate portfolio they currently have. This is a 12-month course for aspiring real estate investors. Okay. Now, it's designed for new investors who are, like I said, looking to get into, establish, and scale the real estate business. I'm looking at my notes for the course. Each module, there are 4+ modules. There's 4 or 5 modules, 6 modules. I'm sorry, 6 modules, where each one is created and structured to build foundational knowledge. So we're going to give you the basics. We're going to develop and advance skills, and we're going to create actionable results so that you are fully aware and fully able to go and do what you want. Topics are including, we're doing money mindset, so we can talk about how to mentally get you prepared for the amount of money that you can make in real estate. Creative financing, we're going to teach you guys how to market your properties, how to, especially after you flip a property. Portfolio building management, house flipping, funding, it runs the gamut, okay? Now, our very first thing this year, I want you guys to understand, for this year, 2025, I am going to teach this entire process for 1 year live. And I'm going to be honest, normally we charge, I think it's $2,997, and from now until February 8th, my baby's birthday, my son, we're offering it at $997 for the whole year. And there are payment plans available. There's Klarna, Afterpay, and Affirm also available. So if you've ever wanted to get into real estate investing but you have no money, you have no credit, you have no knowledge, you can't afford to pay tens of thousands of dollars for coaching, now is the time for you to get into this program. And I want you guys to get into it and actually be able to, and it's designed for you to earn money while you're learning. That makes sense? It should. Yeah. So I have a goal, and I want you guys, and I'm sharing this goal with everybody. My goal for 2025 is to help 20 people reach 6 figures in their wholesaling business. So it's 20 investors who are using wholesaling real estate as their exit strategy. I want to get 20 people up to $100,000 in their business. I want to get 20 more people, could be the 20 same people, could be 20 more people, but I want to have 20 investors. I want to help them produce a 7-figure portfolio. And then I want to help 100 additional people become new real estate investors. Now, this is all starting Thursday, February 6th is when the live trainings start, but you can start immediately as soon as you sign up. You've already had a couple people sign up, which I'm grateful for, and thank you very much for the continued support. But yeah, this is going to be extremely, it's going to be a very good process. I founded the Creative Wealth Academy strictly because I wanted to give real estate investors a resource they could tap into in order to start, grow, and diversify their real estate portfolios, because so many people over the course of the 26 years that I've been in real estate, so many people have come to me and said, hey, how did you get started? And I'm telling you, when I first became a real estate investor, there was nobody who looked like me, meaning there were not many Black people that were investing in real estate, not on the scale that I see them doing things now, which makes me so proud and so amazed. And I'm so excited to be able to assist and teach people in getting to these higher levels. There was nobody out there that looked like me that were doing the things that I wanted to do. Yeah, there were other people who were landlords, and I'm gonna be honest, a lot of them weren't the best at maintaining their properties and doing things like that. So what I did was I researched this entire industry and everything that I learned, everything I documented, everything I learned, I've documented everything I failed at, and I've documented every success that I've had. And I came up with this process for the Creative Wealth Academy. And that's why this is so important to me, and that's why I think it's healthy to mix some live training with some pre-recorded trainings. The curriculum is top notch. It's not just me teaching. You're going to have access to other experts in the field of real estate, financing, lending, law, accounting. They're going to come in and they're going to be teaching us, and you're going to have support through the network, my entire nationwide network of credit specialists, insurance agents, lenders, lawyers, accountants, contractors, other wholesalers, real estate agents, appraisers, engineers. We have a list, a nationwide list of everybody and anybody and everybody that you can think of that you would need in this real estate industry. And they're all a part of the Creative Wealth Academy, and they're going to be coming in and giving us their insights and their expertise on how we can get things, because we no longer have a choice on whether or not we can sit and wait around. We have to build wealth now. There's no later for us. And when I say us, I mean us, middle class, poor, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, Indian, white, it doesn't matter. Us, people in that middle class, we don't have the criteria, don't have time to waste. The time is now. We can't continue to do it. So we partner with some really good partners. Like I said, my entire mission on this is to bring awareness to real estate and to help 250 people total become real estate investors earning over 6 figures or more. Well, I don't know about at least 20 of you. I want at least 20 of you earning over 100,000, another 20 of you with at least a 7-figure portfolio that's cash flowing. So that's my goal for 2025. So help me, help you guys. Really, that's really all it is. Now, the thing with the Creative Wealth Academy, we're going to talk about creative financing, wholesaling, lease options, subject to foreclosures, tax foreclosures, mortgage foreclosures, association foreclosures. We're going to talk about all of that stuff. We're going to get into portfolio building, acquisitions, management, cash flow. We're going to talk about that. We're going to be flipping houses, doing our due diligence, going into permits, construction, hiring your team, learning the order that renovation should happen in, profits, how to exit, when to exit, and staging and marketing and decorating and all that other stuff. And we're definitely going to talk about funding of all kinds. If you are a current investor and you're looking for funding for your real estate transactions, do not hesitate to reach out to me. I have access to over 30 lenders across this great nation, and I can get you funding in all 50 states. Okay? Okay. So that's what I want y'all to know. So if you're interested in joining the Creative Wealth Academy, let me know, and I will get you what you need to get in, because we are going to get started with live trainings on February 6th at, I think it's 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I have to look at it again. All right. Well, that is my time, because I only want to be on here for 30 minutes. I've actually gone over 4 minutes more. I'm going to go and I have to go and well, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just sitting here at my desk getting some more work done. But in the meantime and in between time, remember what I always tell you. It's okay for you. It's okay for you to be anything you want in this world. I just hope you want to be kind. Because at some point in your life, somebody's been kind to you, and it's always cool to pay kindness forward. Not only does it make you a good person, but if we all did it, it would make the world a much better place. And I think we can all agree that we can all use some more kindness. Now, if this is your first time, don't let it be your last time. And if you've been with me before, thank you for coming back, because I do appreciate the love, the support, and the encouragement at all times. Now, I will be back on tomorrow. We'll give you some more creative finance strategies to use to build your portfolio. We will be going into over the next couple of weeks, we will be going into we're going to finish the creative finance strategies so you can choose which one is best for you. And then we're going to ease into portfolio building and management because it's time for you guys to understand how that works. Okay? All right. Love and like you a lot. I will see you mañana. Talk to you later. Bye bye.